excited. I've got so many years of information inside of me, and I'm really grateful to have this platform and the opportunity to share knowledge. Mental health is huge. I know the government of Ontario has and Canada, they've they're dumping 50 million into the school boards for children for mental health for this upcoming school year. And what can I say? It's important. It's at the forefront, and I am just so blessed and grateful to be part of this conversation.
I am, it's, I think way back in the, as humans, we haven't changed much. We're human.
Mm-hmm.
But my, do we ever, we don't do it alone by ourselves. It's kind of like the phrase that I remember hearing in business. You may be in business by yourself, but you're never in business. Sorry, you're in business for yourself, but you're never in business by yourself.
By yourself, correct.
No. And I think the journey in life, we have to realize that too.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I know I'm intrigued. It really piqued my interest on the topic today, because there are a lot of people out there. So, folks that are watching, we've got Camila Lafranco with us, who's an accredited psychotherapist, 20 plus years expertise. All you have to do is let's talk with Camila and Google it anywhere. And we are just making sure, because she is the lady that you want to know. She's the professional that you'll want to know. And we've got an interesting topic today, which is just all the people that have been impacted from losing their jobs.
Yeah, and this is so the topic for today is starting from scratch. There are many, many people that have been laid off, and they're not sure if they're being called back to work. Some people already know they're not going back to their regular jobs because the entire company has shut down. And so I was having this conversation with my younger brother this week, and he's one of those that has been impacted and been laid off. Laid off, but also the company is not hiring him back, and he knows that. So this is a topic that's been at the forefront in our family this week. And so I thought, there are many millions of people that are in the same boat. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about starting from scratch.
Camila, thank you immensely. There was a conversation I had earlier today with someone. And sometimes but starting from scratch, where do I go from here when my identity was here, and this is what's going on, and we know what sets in. So where do we start?
Well, I thought, one of my strengths is helping people think outside the box, helping people get unstuck. And for those people that don't know, in addition to traditional mental health psychotherapy and counseling, I also offer coaching. Career coaching and breakthrough coaching. And so that is an opportunity for people to forward think. So the difference between, let's say, counseling and coaching is this. Counseling focuses on the past and helping you to resolve issues from the past, whereas coaching looks at your future. Where are you headed? And very often therapists engage in both types of treatments, right? So coaching is something very dear to my heart because it's something I engage in for my own personal growth. I have 2 coaches that I work with, and I help other people move forward. So here is an opportunity for people that have been laid off. What do you do? What's your future look like? I mean, I know some people are taking some time off to be with their families, maybe taking an extended vacation, but when all of that is said and done, there's a reality that needs to be addressed, and that's what's now. What do I do now?
Yeah, absolutely.
So there are some options. There are a lot of options out there. So I thought I'd address 3 of them today, just to get people warmed up and primed and to start thinking outside of what they traditionally do. So the first one is thinking from a professional standpoint. What did you always dream of doing? Was there a pursuit of a dream that you never took on because of family or mortgage or other commitments? Maybe you got hired into a job and the money was good and then you stayed, but it wasn't what you intended to do from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you wanted to go back to school to get an upgrade, a particular certification and you couldn't because it required you to, show up on campus, let's say 2 to 3 nights a week. And so you didn't want to leave your family behind. So now is an incredible time to look at professional pursuits. And the reason is because everything is online. It's literally an on-demand learning environment, pretty much. Everything is, every certification you can imagine, it's all being done virtually. And as you know, all the universities have now declared their programs online come September. So there is no reason, no excuse as to why you cannot pursue whatever professional degree, diploma, certification that you've always wanted to do. You could do that now.
Correct. Camilla, thank you immensely. 18 years in the making, coming from the learning management systems background, online learning, e-learning's coming in. This is going back in 2001, and all the people I was working with, oh, it's going to replace ILT, which is instructor led, and I'm like, no, it's going to augment it. And it's evolved and evolved. Now it's becoming more of it, but the experience and the knowledge sticks better because we've had opportunity to improve over the years. My doctor, for the longest time, she's since retired and her daughter now does the business. Guess how old she was when she went back to school to become a doctor?
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Over 50. Wow. I don't know.
she was in her 40s.
Mm-hmm.
And then did a 10-year journey. And she was practice. She used to come to my fitness class that I taught in the morning years ago when I moved to Hamilton, and we needed a family doctor, and okay. And I was with her ever since retired. But yeah, the oldest bodybuilder, 74, 84, they say the average person now, Camille, goes through 18 different positions. We can reinvent ourselves, but we have these incredible tools in front of us. And, there really is more opportunity now, but it takes people like yourself, Camilla, to really help guide. Because you're in your own head, right?
Yeah, I know a lot of people that sometimes what they do is they get stuck. They have this, oh, this would be nice, but I don't know if it's for me. And so what I do is I help people to tease out that information, say, well, tell me why it's not for you. Let's look at the reasons why. Maybe there is a financial block. Maybe there's a family commitment block. I don't know. But once you start to tease out the information, most people will see that it's possible, it's doable.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So the second career option is looking at, I'm in awe of the generation that right now anything and everything is online. So there are opportunities with online marketing. And then of course the traditional direct selling. Direct selling right now is expanding in leaps and bounds. This is an industry where you don't need previous training, previous experience, previous certifications, anything like that. So anybody and anyone can actually get into direct selling and online marketing. It offers unlimited income potential, as long as your income grows with your customer base. So, for those people that are interested in more of an entrepreneurial type of environment, along with training, that would be a very good industry to get into.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I had I'll call it an hour conversation with a dear colleague of mine this morning. And you know how, I'm going to use the word mastermind, right? Because I know my strength and I know where I may not be as strong, but I know who I might defer to. And I know one person has. One person might be really strong here, okay, but then when you marry that a little bit over here, which is great, and then it makes it makes sense. So where I'm sharing is she is most of her background was digital marketing, but she's a storyteller. So what is her number one thing that she does exceptionally well? Storytelling.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I was going to say, for those people that are interested in this area and may not know where to go with it, is to reach out, because you and I know a bunch of people in this industry, and we can refer you to some really awesome, credible, people that have an incredible reputation, a lot of experience, and we can put you in the right direction. Even if you just want to get some information to say, I don't know if this is for me, but I'd like to check it out.
I love that, Camilla, and I encourage every single person that watches this to connect with you, connect with me. Back in the day, they would refer it as a dot connector for me. Why? Because and even my realtor customers, I'll be on the phone. Oh my God, I just lost my job. No worries. What's your background? Oh, okay. And I would just listen, and I would hear. I said, okay, have you ever thought about this? Or you know what? I'm going to connect you with 3 people that I know.
Yep.
Because, and I remember, I'll even share the story. And now the fit, but another lady, and just in Samantha Glass, I remember not long ago, she was looking to hire. She had it for certain skills. So there was someone that I knew. It turned out it was a bit of a distance, but it got the wheels in motion, if you will. And it's, it still comes down to who we know, right? So it's okay for people to ask, reach out. And if I didn't know Janet West back in 1999, I would have never, ever gone the path of and learned what I've learned, but I trusted. And within 8 hours, I did what you call a deal on a napkin. But I'm a little bit of a, there is no right or wrong. It's like, and what am I going to be committed to? Okay, I'm not sure if I want to do that, but I'll do it for a 2-week contract. And that's and then I never looked back.
Yeah, awesome. So, I mean, you and I know a lot of people. So if anybody is interested in tapping into our networks, we're both open to doing that.
I encourage that. You know what? I think that would be a whole wonderful, just a couple of week series that maybe we could do, or just, we'll talk offline to kind of go back, because it's true. And I never thought, so I'll give you an example. One of our tenant, we have a few investment properties, and we just finished up, getting the one ready and et cetera. And just a really great young lady. She's, business is booming, and it's in a government related, and they're hiring.
Yeah, there are a lot of industries that are hiring right now, except people don't know about them.
That's right. So, if you're starting from scratch, where do you go from here? It may require the conversation, folks, to just, check in with Camilla. It may just require it, and it may or may not, it might take a few conversations. And then once you kind of figure it out, well, then, we can start introducing. So it really is about how we help each other.
I have a disclaimer that I'd like to say, because if you're going to work with me, be ready not to sleep, because I will fill your head with lots of ideas, and then you're just going to go. So it's a lot of fun. So I said there were 3 ideas, but there are 4 areas. So the third one is your creative self. Many people are creative. You have hobbies, you have art pursuits, let's say. There are things that you do in your spare time, and maybe there's an opportunity for you to monetize these things. Check out the website Etsy, for those of you who don't know it. It's an opportunity to support entrepreneurs.
How do you spell it? Is it with an E or an I?
E-T-S-Y. Etsy.
E-T-S-Y. So what I'll do, etsy.ca.com?
I believe it's .com.
Okay. What I may do, Camille, if it's okay, we'll share it afterwards as well for people just within the group.
Yeah, and it's an opportunity. If you have something that you want to sell, you can put it on that website. And I don't know how to do that, but it's some information for you to look into. But it's awesome. There are so many ways that you can get creative with whatever it is that you have, and figure out how to monetize that online. And then the 4th area is just looking at your resources, your skill set. Like, what the heck are you really good at? Maybe it's, and this is mostly in the area of services, whether it's dog walking or, preschool services, babysitting, that kind of thing. Maybe there's a particular, passion or interest, or maybe it's, you're in real estate. Maybe it's converting your basement apartment. Your basement into an apartment.
A duplex, and you have an income potential. Or maybe you have 2 properties and you're not really, but you may have been looking at it in a way in which that maybe it's not really the best way to look at a business. And if you step back and you look at it as a business, and then you realize how that financially works, that might be able to enable you to get another one.
Absolutely. And
I love that.
They're international students. They're international students that, I mean, I know things have sort of quieted down, but that's going to be coming, and this might be an opportunity for you to prepare, and you get paid monthly. There's an opportunity for you to support, let's say, athletes like OHL, athletes that come to stay with you, and you get paid for that. So there's a plethora of opportunities, and what it is just having a conversation to say what's good for you. Maybe connect with a realtor that's a friend of yours, or connect with us, and we'll set you up with someone to say, well, I want to monetize my home, I don't know how to do it, and we'll have a conversation with you.
I thrive. Roy, who I'm partnered with, the accidental real estate millionaire, the best thing he ever did, he said, when I got into this space, and I bought my first investment property, and they had a grow up, and they burnt it down. He didn't quit. And a lot of people will stop there, right? Because he learned what not to do, and then he just started. So X number of years later, he went from almost bankrupt to worth about 8 million. And he left a lot of cookie crumbs. Well, he followed the cookie crumbs. So I had somebody reach out this morning, a different call, same thing on the investing side, but they're caught up. There's some stuff that it wasn't, and that's okay. I said, no worry. I just needed to figure out what it was. So how we may be able to help him. So which is the right lawyer, get a solution, what to do back on the developer, and then go forward. So even people that are thinking about doing this, there's great people around you that'll support you doing it.
Absolutely. I had a client, I have a client currently, and who's off work, and she's taken the opportunity to learn the stock market. It's something that she's always wanted to do, and so she's got the time now, and she's learning how to do it. And it's not for me for sure, but she thrives on the challenge. So there are so many things out there, and so the message today is, if you're starting from scratch, you're not as stuck as you think you might be. Definitely not. There are tons of opportunities. Reach out, talk to us. We'll help you get unstuck.
Let me ask you a question. Would you be open, Camilla, to, it may take about 3 weeks, but I really think this topic warrants almost a webinar expansion, and a number of people come into it. So would you be open to doing something like that?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. I really do, because I love it. Like you've done career counseling, you've done coaching, you're doing that. You've got a strong network. You have worked with many people to develop them into leaders. I've got a strong network. I don't forget where people come from. I stay connected and plugged in. It's just how things kind of come full circle. We know that the way the world works, Camilla, is how we react, not controlling what happens. And nobody owns another person, but we're truly there to help, because people need to bring money in the door to survive.
Right.
And money is not bad. Like, money is your worth. Money is your worth. So whatever it is, and I know there's a huge movement, there have been for time, on looking at things in the right manner, in a positive manner. I think I'll just leave it there, because it's another topic. But just to run something like this and just really help, and even if it ignites a few people, that's incredible. There might be a few people that may want to have a conversation. That's incredible, but we're helping move people forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I love it. So with that, and we'll have some time over the next day or so. So I'll get back to you on that. And that's something within a 3-week time frame that we'll do. So right around the middle of July, we want to just launch it and run it as a webinar. We'll put it on Facebook Live. We'll stream it. But I want to have a number. I want to give people the opportunity to come in, because it doesn't cost them any money to just expand on this topic.
Sounds like a plan.
Loving it. So, well, with that, and I know you've got a few meetings, so I just want to thank everybody for watching, and for those that are coming in afterwards. Just have a really amazing Wednesday, and let's talk with Camilla, searcher, reacher, and looking forward to having you back.
And we'll be back on Friday.
All right. Okay. All right. Have an awesome balance of your day.
Okay. Bye.